Hello, my name is Jennifer, and I am going to be blogging through video diaries my experience, my weight loss journey using the diet pill Contrave. Contrave has been on the market for a little over a year, I think. It is different than some other diet pills. It works more on the chemicals of your brain, which kind of sounds scary. I guess it kind of is scary, but a lot of the diet pills that are out there that people take are usually ones that they say will suppress your appetite using like phentermine, which is it makes your heart beat faster and it increases your body temperature, sort of gives you that high feeling so that you have a lot of energy and you don't feel like you need to eat. The other ones that are out there are things that work on your digestive system, like make your, they say the trap's fat, and then you basically just go to the bathroom a lot. So Contrave works a little bit differently, and I think it's for people who have different types of problems, different reasons why they can't lose weight or are struggling with weight loss. It's a it has two different chemicals in it. Basically, the first one is like an antidepressant, and it makes you, obviously when you are upset or stressed out or unhappy, you go looking for something to make you happy. And so the reasoning behind this is that where you would be, somebody's addicted to, they're having a bad day, they go out and smoke a cigarette, or they're having a bad day, they go out and get, drunk or something like that. This is, you're having a bad day and you go and eat 4 slices of cake or a whole pizza on your own. This sort of takes away that need to do that. And I think that the pill, together with the antidepressant and the I forget what the what the chemical's called, but it blocks the receptors in your mind, in your brain, that tell you you're happy when you're doing these things. And so far it seems to be working. I'll go into my experience on my first week, because I have been on Contrave for 1 week now. Tomorrow I start the new dosage. That's the thing about Contrave, is you have to gradually go up to the dosage that you'll be taking throughout your course, however long you take it. It takes you, the first week you take 1 pill, the second week you take 2 pills, 1 in the morning, 1 at night, the third week you take 3 pills, 2 in the morning, 1 at night, and then the fourth week and throughout you take 4 pills, you take 2 in the morning and 2 in the evening, and that's sort of your maintenance dose. My first week on Contrave, I noticed right away that I had less cravings. I don't know if any of that was mental, because I was told that's what was going to happen. But what I do know is that I don't think that's true, because I probably have a slight problem with wine. Yeah, I like wine. How I deal with like a bad day at work or any sort of problems, emotional problems that I might be having, would be to come home and have a glass or 2 or 3 or 4 of wine, and that's a very bad thing. And you're going to consume a ton of calories, not just the calories, but the side effects of having that much alcohol in your system. You don't feel good. You end up with a headache. It's bad on your liver. It's just all around probably not a good thing to do it that excessively. And but for me, it wasn't like a choice. I don't want to say it wasn't a choice. I obviously chose to open the bottle and pour the glass of wine, but it was more it was an urge. if that It was definitely an urge, like a drive. Like as I was coming in from work, I would just be like, that would be the thing I was thinking about, was I'm just going to have, I'm going to open a bottle of wine and I'm going to order dinner or cook dinner, or and it wouldn't necessarily be healthy. I do, I've always tried to make healthy choices when it came to food. But I think that I would eat in the dark, you know, eat really fast, you know, hide it because I was embarrassed because I shouldn't be eating things like that, you know. Anyway, so let me tell you a bit more about myself. I'm 43 years old, and I struggled with weight probably from about 20 upwards. I was always really fit as a kid, but I was very active. I was in sports and everything like that. Once I stopped being active, I started putting on weight, and it became really hard to take it off. I took it off a couple of times as an adult, but I was basically starving myself and spending hours and hours at the gym, and I realized that's what it's going to take for me to be thin, and you know, and I still don't know the solution to that. Like, that's, I don't know how I'm going to do that. I think biologically I do have unfortunately some setbacks as far as like just my body and what my body wants and likes, and so it's probably always going to be a struggle for me to maintain a low body mass. But I could definitely be lighter than I am now. I am about 100 pounds overweight. Yeah. I'd like to say about 80, 90, but to be honest, I'm about 100 pounds overweight. I'm 5'10". My ideal weight is 150, 160, and I'm 260. It's one of those things that it's like so weird. It's like I woke up one day and went, oh, when did this happen? You know, it was like I don't know how this happened to me, and I do know how it happened to me. It just, you know, it's one of those things that you hide with bigger clothes, or you just don't realize, you know, or you're not facing, you don't want to look at it, you don't want to look at yourself in the mirror, and anyway, so the Contrave, hopefully it is the answer to the problem of why you know, I eat the way I do, and abuse alcohol the way that I have in the past. We'll see. I'm definitely positive. So anyway, it's not just a pill. I'm not just going to say take a pill and do everything else the same way I've been doing, and hopefully I start losing weight. I have a plan, and my plan is to blog here every week. So I just finished my first week. I did weigh myself when I started at the doctor's office, and I weighed myself this morning, and I have lost 1.5 pounds. I certainly wish that was more. I will say that towards the end of the week of the one pill a day, I noticed a little bit of lowering of my control, and I had probably upwards to 1,800 to 2,000 calories yesterday, which is the most calories I've had all week. Today, I'm going to try very hard to say, no, that's, you know, I can control this. I'm not, even if I have the urge, you know, to go and have something, I'm going to say, no, you know, I'm not going to do that. And tomorrow my dose goes up. And so I'm hoping that that will help rein those urges back down again. But I'm going to go gluten-free, which I've been trying to do anyway for a while. My mom is gluten-free, and you know, she has a lot of great things to say about it. And it's not that she doesn't eat bread. I mean, she actually doesn't eat any wheat. And it's more of an allergy for her than anything. But I cook with spelt flour now if I'm going to make something. So, and spelt flour is super expensive, so it's like I'm not going to be making, you know, 84 pancakes every Sunday morning for breakfast. But my husband likes pancakes. But you know, if I want to make buttermilk biscuits, or if I want to make, you know, flatbread or something like that, then I'll use the spelt. I'm mostly going to try to stay away from the carbs to that extent, but I know myself, and I know that I start to feel deprived if I don't have that warm carb feeling. Again, I'm hoping the Contrave sort of helps to take care of that, and it kind of has. I haven't had those cravings this week, so we'll see. Interesting. So anyway, my plan is to exercise the cardio 3 times a week. I have a Peloton bike. I don't know if anybody knows what that is. It's awesome. I love it. I love taking the live classes. I can get all the way through a class. I love spin. Spinning is my favorite form of exercise. And I did belong to a gym, and I went to spin classes, and that was so much fun. I did that for a year, and it was really great. And I was doing really well as far as like starting to slowly lose weight because I was getting the exercise in. But it my work schedule changed a bit, and it's been harder and harder for me to get to those classes. So my husband bought me the Peloton bike, and I absolutely love it. And I'm going to try to do cardio 3 days a week. And then 3 days a week, when I'm not doing the cardio, I'm going to just make myself get on the floor and do some strength training exercises. I've got some bands, I've got some weights, I've got a ball, I've got, all the stuff that I can use to do 15 minutes of, strength training. So that's my plan for that. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to be recording my calories in, and I'm going to be recording my spending calories, so exercise and daily, daily calories that my body just burns, just from being alive. And at the end of the week, I'm going to show those two numbers. I'm going to say, okay, here's what I took in and here's what I expended, and I should see weight loss. And then, hopefully with the Contrave, what's going to happen is that's going to be the calories in will be a lot less, and that will be a much easier thing for me than just dieting. Just forcing yourself to, I'm going to have a salad, dry chicken breast. It's funny because my husband told me that just with cutting out the wine, that I would probably see a difference in my weight, that I would probably stop gaining weight anyway. And, hopefully with the exercise, I'll lose it, because I was probably getting, upwards to 600 calories with just having wine every day. And that's half the calories I need for the day. Really, if I'm trying to lose weight, if I want to do a 1,200 calorie a day diet, which is kind of where I think I want to be. That's kind of my tentative goal. I need to play around with those numbers a bit and see what that means and how realistic that is. But anyway, so like I said, tomorrow I start the next dose, which is the 2 pills, one in the morning, one at night. I'll be reporting any side effects. So far, I haven't had any side effects from the medication. No headaches, no nausea, no constipation, no suicidal tendencies. Maybe some homicidal tendencies. No, just kidding. So next week I'll report on if those changed at all. I did ask my doctor about them when she prescribed the pill to me, and because I did some research on it. And she said, well, when you read those things online, she goes, just remember that you don't know what other medications those people are taking. She goes, a lot of people, if they're diabetic or if they're, if they have other problems, they're already on other medications. And the one thing about Contrave is it doesn't work well with if you're taking other things. And I think that's true with a lot of medications. If you're already on something and then you add something else to it, they interact together differently. So she said you have to be careful when you're reading those blogs, and just make sure that you're, take them with a grain of salt. And my doctor actually tried the diet pill herself when it first came out, and she didn't have any side effects. And she said it was great because she went over Christmas and didn't gain any weight, and that's when she normally would have gained weight. Anyway, she doesn't need to lose weight, I don't think, anyway. I think she's perfect the way she is. But anyway, so that's my story. That's kind of my past and my present, and hopefully my future is going to be a thinner, more healthy Jennifer. And I'll post this, and I will post again next week, and comment if you want. This is my first YouTube video, so be gentle. And I will talk to you all later, and good luck everybody with your weight loss journeys. Thanks.